The word desert originates from the Latin word desertum and means an unpopulated place. Often thought of as containing only sand, deserts are classified as arid environments receiving an average of no more than 25 centimeters of precipitation per year. Animals living in deserts can withstand prolonged intervals with minimal water. In our video, we will talk about unusual animals that have adapted to life in these extreme conditions. Watch the video, subscribe to the channel and study the animal world with us. So, let's begin. Costa's hummingbird. The Costa's hummingbird can escape the heat of the hottest summer days by migrating to chaparral or scrub habitats. Meanwhile, when overnight temperatures plummet, the hummingbird enters a state of torpor, slowing its heart rate from its usual 500 to 900 beats per minute to just 50, thus conserving energy. The little bird gets all the water it needs from the nectar and insects it feeds on, though it doesn't mind taking a sip when a water source is available. Sand cat. This adorable sand cat is practically a cartoon character, small, cute, and equipped with superpowers for living in the desert. Found in northern Africa and Central and Southwest Asia, this is the only felid that lives in a sandy desert habitat. The sand cat's ears are big and set low, which helps protect it from wind-blown sand and locate prey hiding underground. Its thickly furred paws help it cope with the extremes of hot and cold sand. Indeed, the sand cat can tolerate temperatures from 23 degrees to 126 degrees Fahrenheit. To escape the extreme temperatures, sand cats take up residence in burrows abandoned by foxes or rodents, enlarging them as needed with their powerful but blunt claws. The cats are active during the day in winter and are nocturnal during the summer. Arabian Oryx. This herbivore has a white coat to reflect the sunlight of the day, while its dark legs help absorb heat during cold desert mornings. It can sense rain over long distances and can find fresh grasses and plants, and will even eat roots when no other forage is available. It feeds during dawn and late afternoon, resting in shaded areas during the midday heat. As for water, the Arabian Oryx can go for days and sometimes even weeks without a significant drink. It gets its water from the plants it eats. Greater Roadrunner. Although it cannot fly in the air, the Roadrunner flies on the ground at speeds up to 200 miles per hour, 387 kilometers per hour. Zipping around North America, the Greater Roadrunner is most common in the Mojave Desert, Sonoran Desert, and the Chihuahuan Desert. This tiny bird is only 60 centimeters from the tip of its bill to the tip of its tail. Its feathers are mottled, allowing it to blend within the environment. When temperatures drop at night, the Greater Roadrunner withdraws shelter in rock formations or shrubs. The Roadrunner shuts down vital bodily functions in a state of hibernation, redirecting energy to keeping warm at night. Desert Bighorn Sheep. An icon of the rugged landscape of the western United States, the Bighorn Sheep can go for weeks without visiting a permanent water source, getting the water it needs from food and rainwater found in small rock puddles. It also uses its horns to split open barrel cacti and eat the watery flesh. When green grasses are available, Bighorn sheep don't need to drink at all. However, during summer, they need to drink water every few days. They can tolerate losing up to 20% of their body weight in water and bounce back quickly from dehydration. By being able to survive for long periods away from a steady source of water, they can also better avoid predators. Desert bighorn sheep can survive slight body temperature fluctuations, unlike many other mammals, which helps them thrive in such extreme heat and cold. Elf owl. An owl is a creature you might not expect to see in a desert, but the elf owl is quite at home in hot, sandy environments. These tiny owls are minuscule, standing only about 5 inches tall, and yet they're tough enough to capture and dine on scorpions, among other prey, found in riparian areas of the Sonoran Desert in the western U.S. Elf owls escape the heat of the day by resting in tree cavities or holes in saguaro cacti left abandoned by woodpeckers. They hunt at night, using their exceptional low-light vision. By getting enough water from the food they consume, they can survive in areas that entirely lack surface water sources. Ring-tailed cat. The ring-tailed cat, or ringtail, is a fox-like nocturnal animal about the size of a cat with a tail similar to raccoons. This animal is most closely related to the infamous trash panda and has been nicknamed the miner's cat because it's often found in rocky outcroppings and mine shafts. It can scale anything from cliffs to cacti, rotating its hind feet 180 degrees for excellent grip with its semi-retractable claws. Their climbing repertoire also includes parkour-type ricocheting between distant objects and stemming up tight spaces. Fennec fox. The fennec fox lives in the deserts of North Africa. This nocturnal omnivore has enormous ears, which can be as large as 1/4 of its entire body length. These help the animals cool down by releasing heat from the blood that circulates through them. It also has a thick fur coat that keeps it warm on frigid nights, and the fur covering its paws protects it from the hot sand while also helping it to keep from sinking into the soft sand. The fennec fox eats plants, eggs, insects, and pretty much anything else it finds. It can survive without access to freestanding water, thanks in part to kidneys adapted to minimize water loss. Harris's hawk. Harris's hawks are oddities in the falcon world. These impressive red-winged raptors sometimes hunt in packs, working together to pursue their prey around bushes, thickets, and the saguaro cactuses of Arizona's Sonoran Desert. The birds eat lizards, other birds, and small desert mammals, such as kangaroo rats and ground squirrels. These birds also often work in groups to raise their young. Two males may mate with a single female, and the trio work together peacefully to raise any ensuing hatchlings. Hawk siblings help each other. An older brood from earlier in the season may stick around to bring food to younger broods. Desert pupfish. The desert pupfish is a weird creature that is known to live in shallow desert springs, pools, and streams. These strange fish can only grow to about 3 inches long and only have a lifespan of 6 to 9 months. Due to their low numbers, the desert pupfish was actually the first animal to ever be labeled as endangered and is currently the rarest fish on the planet. What makes these tiny fish so weird is that they have adapted to survive during cold winter months by burrowing down into an underwater home for warmth and feeding on algae. We hope that the information presented in the video was useful to you. Subscribe to the channel and explore the world of wildlife with us.